Shechem, otherwise known as Nablus, that is an Arab city in Samaria, Yunis Walid Ishtaya, a member of the Palestinian Authority police force, participated in an ambush of an IDF reserve battalion operating inside the city. One Israeli soldier was shot in the head, and the gunman, Ishtaya, and 3 additional attackers, all uniformed Palestinian Authority police personnel, were killed. Others arrested in the incident were also members of the Palestinian Authority security forces. Now, this might seem like a rogue event or an isolated breakdown of protocol, but as I'll explain in this video, this is actually a pretty widespread problem. And in my opinion, it points to the fact that the Palestinian Authority presents the greatest strategic threat to Israel's security, much greater than Hamas, much greater than Hezbollah. Let me explain. You see, incidents like this, where a Palestinian Authority police officer shot at an Israeli soldier, are much more commonplace than you'd think because they barely ever get reported. In 2022, Fatah's official Facebook page, Fatah is the ruling party of the Palestinian Authority. It's kind of synonymous with the Palestinian Authority. Mahmoud Abbas, the head of the PA, is also the head of Fatah. And on their Facebook page, they released a video glorifying attacks by Palestinian Authority security forces against the Israelis. And in the video, what popped up on the screen was a slogan that said, "By day, security forces. By night, self-sacrificing fighters," meaning terrorists who attack Israelis. The video showcased actual Palestinian Authority police officers, captains, lieutenants, colonels, who carried out shootings, ambushes, and armed assaults on IDF forces and on Israeli civilians. Meaning the Palestinian Authority is not hiding this dual identity. It's actually celebrating it. Let's go through some specific cases. And these cases all come from the reports by the Regavim organization and by Palestinian Media Watch. And you can check them out at palwatch.org, an excellent website that really documents a lot of the crimes that take place by the Palestinian Authority. So here's a few examples. Number 1, Lieutenant Colonel Ashraf al-Sheikh Ibrahim. He was a commander in Fatah's Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigades, which is a terrorist organization, and simultaneously a senior officer in the Palestinian Authority Intelligence Service. And he was killed in a firefight with the IDF and honored with a full Palestinian Authority military funeral. And the uniform they put him in for the funeral had both symbols on it, the symbol of the Palestinian Authority and the symbol of the Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade's terrorist organization. Or take the example of First Sergeant Muhammad Khadoush. Khadoush served in the Palestinian Authority Customs Police, but also fought with the Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigades against Israel. And both the Palestinian Authority and the Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigades issued martyrdom posters in his honor after he was killed. On February 29th, 2024, Mahmoud Manassera, a Palestinian Authority police officer, shot and killed 2 Israeli civilians at a gas station near the Samaria settlement of Eli. Manassera was shot dead by an IDF soldier who was on leave at the time. Or Barakat Mansour, a presidential guard, one of the guards of Mahmoud Abbas, trained by the United States at a training base in Jordan, carried out a sniper attack on an Israeli bus and then killed a soldier and wounded 7 others in the ensuing chase. And after the attack, a Fatah-affiliated channel praised him for using a Palestinian Authority-issued weapon in the attack. And I could go on and on with dozens and dozens of examples. The point here is that these incidents are not exceptions. They are the rule. They are representative of a very wide and well-documented pattern. You see, the Palestinian Authority actually publicly boasts that Palestinian Authority police officers lead the war against Israel and engage in terrorist activities. Now, they do this internally to gain legitimacy with the population who overwhelmingly support terrorism and overwhelmingly support Hamas, and of course have been raised in the Palestinian Authority school system that teaches them that the highest aspiration is to kill Israelis and destroy the state of Israel. So the Palestinian Authority actually praises their police officers for committing acts of terrorism. For example, the Palestinian Authority police spokesman actually went on TV and said, quote, the highest rate of martyrs, meaning terrorists who were killed in the act of terrorism, and prisoners in Israeli jails is from the Palestinian security forces. He went on to say that more than 1,500 armed operations were carried out by Fatah and the security forces, meaning terrorist attacks carried out by Palestinian police. He added that 2/3 of the terrorist martyrs are Fatah and Palestinian Authority police. This is coming straight from their spokesman. They're not hiding this. They are saying it out loud. Now, this all poses a grave diplomatic and strategic danger to Israel. You see, let's compare the Palestinian Authority to Hamas. Hamas is also, like the Palestinian Authority, seeking the destruction of Israel. Hamas, of course, is a terrorist organization, but Hamas is acknowledged worldwide as a terrorist organization. Hamas is the enemy that Israel is allowed to fight against. The Palestinian Authority, on the other hand, is an enemy that Israel is required to fund and to pretend is peaceful and to pretend is cooperating with them and part of the solution and not part of the problem. You see, the diplomatic recognition, the Western funding, and the international legitimacy that the Palestinian Authority enjoys actually shields it from being called what it is, which is an enemy of the state of Israel. So if Israel were to attack it as an enemy and treat it as an enemy and try to remove it from its position of authority, it would be viewed as undermining the legitimate government of the Palestinian people, where actually they're forming the backbone of a terrorist network in Judea and Samaria. This makes the Palestinian Authority far more strategically dangerous than either Hamas or Hezbollah. You see, Hamas can't get the International Criminal Court to issue arrest warrants against Israeli officials, for example. While the Palestinian Authority can do that, the Palestinian Authority can appeal to the United Nations to get some anti-Israel resolution on the table or passed, while at the same time they're running a terror army in uniform. When there are negotiations, even in Trump's 20-point plan, it names the Palestinian Authority, with some reforms, as the potential governing authority of the Palestinians. Hamas doesn't receive billions of dollars in Western aid. The countries that aid Hamas have to kind of pretend that they're not really doing it. You see, if we go back to how the Palestinian Authority was created, it came through what's called the Oslo peace process. And in the documents of the Oslo peace process, in the actual written agreements, it makes it very clear that the Palestinian Authority must work in cooperation towards peace with Israel. Of course, everything their police force is doing shows that none of this is actually happening. Now, there is some cooperation with Israeli security services. Occasionally, they'll arrest some political enemies of their own, like some Hamas operatives, and that makes it look like the Palestinian Authority is actually a peaceful partner with Israel. But the Palestinian Authority is paying terrorists. They are rewarding their own police officers who attack the Israelis. Before we go on, be sure to go into the description of this video and download the free ebook that's the Palestinian security forces, the Palestinian police, are not a peaceful actor. They are not part of a moderate Arab government that could be worked with to a peaceful solution. They are not an alternative to Hamas. By their own admission, by their own celebration, they are a terror army in uniform that is granted international legitimacy. Israel, in the wake of October 7th and everything we've dealt with, as part of the paradigm shift in Israeli policy, Israel must speak clearly about what the Palestinian Authority is and that it is illegitimate and must be removed from power if there is ever going to be peace and security in the Middle East.